might think that you want all the success you could possibly have in your life. You might think you want everything that you want and that there'd be nothing holding you back about that being a negative thing for you. But so interesting, so many of us have fear of success. Some of us have as big a fear of success as we do have of failure. I even discovered major blocks that I had about fear of being successful. It was so interesting. I was going through some really deep work on myself and going through my belief set, and I do this throughout every year and check in with myself as part of my personal growth. And I discovered some very specific beliefs about success that were totally holding me back. And I nailed those, addressed them, got them out of the way, and noticed more and more expansion as a result of having dealt with that. And I wanted to make this video not only because I saw the power of that for myself, but because just recently I've noticed so many coaching clients that I've been working with who also have the same thing, fear of success. It's really, really common. So first of all, I want you to think about right now, what does your version of success look like? Get a really clear image in your mind of if you were your highest potential and you had all the success you wanted, what would it look like? What would it be in terms of what you do, in terms of your career, your business, in terms of money, in terms of relationships, love, lifestyle, health? What you look like, what you do, where you are, where you live. I want you to think about everything to do with that. So just make some notes about that. Take the time, pause the video and write it down. Because once you understand what your version of success looks like, it's much easier to tap into any fear feeling you have about actually achieving that. Now, once you've done that, I want you to really think about being in that life where you've got all the success that you want, where you're rocking it out in your career and you're doing really well financially and you're doing really great with your relationships and your family and you've in your soulmate partnership and you're traveling and you've got the lifestyle you want. And I want you to think about what that's really going to be like. Like, what is the consequence of you being in your fullest success? If you were that successful in all different areas of your life, there will be major upside for you, but there will also be some potential subconscious beliefs that you have about the price you might pay. We want to know what is buried in your mind that you think is a price you would pay as a consequence, a negative consequence of success, because if those are there, they will stop you from being successful. You know, your mind is really smart and it's a funny little tool. What will happen is if you just verbally say you want something, but deep down there's a part of you that knows that you might pay a price and that there could be some negative consequence, then what happens is you'll just conveniently avoid your success. You will sabotage your success when you get to a certain level. You will stay safe, stay small, stay in your comfort zone. And really what that is that's your mind protecting you. Because if part of you is coded with thinking that your success comes with a negative consequence and a price, that's a threat. What do you want to do as a human being when you feel threatened? What do you do to protect yourself? What do you do to stay safe and stay out of danger? You avoid. Right? So then you avoid your success because some deep part of you has made an incorrect perception that there is something dangerous about that success. Now, here are some of the really common things. People think that if they get the success they want, they won't be able to cope with the pressure. That for some reason, it'll be too much for them and it'll be too stressful and they don't want to go through that. And they prefer to stay in their comfort zone instead of risking that. Some people might fear that it'll be too much responsibility, that they'll get loaded up with responsibility, there'll be far too many things to do, maybe that they won't even be capable enough and competent enough to deal with the responsibilities. Another really common fear of success comes from fear of expectations, that if I'm more successful in my career or my business, or I'm more successful financially, or I'm more successful in my relationships and I meet a soulmate or whatever it might be, that there's going to be expectations. New expectations put on me, and I don't really want extra expectations on me. I just want to be free. You know, this is a common thing. I just want to be free. I want to have more free time and I want to have freedom for myself, and I don't want pressure and responsibilities and expectations. So if you associate your version of success with having more pressure, more responsibilities and more expectations, there could be a part of you that is avoiding that so that you don't have to face it and deal with it. Another really common reason that people fear success is that they worry that they'll be exposed and they'll be seen by people or seen by more people, and that they'll be vulnerable, open to judgment, open to criticism, and they don't want to put themselves out there. Now, this can be on a big scale. For example, if you're doing something really big in your business or your career, maybe it's something to do with with a relationship, like you want to have an intimate relationship, but you worry if you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, then you're going to be exposed and that person is going to see who you really are and you're going to have to be vulnerable. Also with things like being healthier and losing weight, sometimes people fear that if they get to their goal weight, if they're feeling better in their body and they're out there and they're looking great and looking amazing, they're going to attract attention. And if you're not comfortable with attention, it might cause you to fear that and to want to stay safe and small and stay stuck where you are. And last, one other really common reason that people fear their own success and have a subconscious block that sabotages them and holds them back is because they fear that if I'm successful and I reach a greater height, what if I can't sustain it and maintain it? And what if I fall? What if I fail? I don't want to know the joy of success and then have it taken from me. I don't want to succeed and be out there and enjoying my success and then fall or fail and have people see that happen to me. So these are really common things. You might already be noticing that this rings true for you. I know that there's some of these things that were really true for me. And here is what I want you to know to help you get rid of that fear of success so you no longer sabotage yourself. It's not that you try and convince yourself, oh, being more successful doesn't make me seen by people, or being more successful doesn't involve more responsibility, or being more successful and having an intimate relationship doesn't mean that I'm going to have to be seen by this person intimately, or being more successful doesn't mean there's a chance I might make some mistakes and muck up because we're all human. Of course those things come with being more successful. If you try and fake it and say those things aren't real, you'll never really break through your sabotaging pattern, because a part of you knows that you're human and that that's life, and that when you're more successful often you do have more responsibility and there are more expectations and you are going to be seen by more people or seen in a different way. And so you don't want to try and deny that and fake your way through it. What you want to say instead is this: I am more than capable of rocking it at my new level of success and managing all the responsibilities that come with it. I have got every level of competence I need to deal with any pressure and responsibility that come with this greater career or this greater business or this greater whatever in my life. I am completely calm about being vulnerable. In an intimate relationship, I am completely ready and excited to be authentic and seen by another person. I am completely ready to be my goal weight and to rock it and to feel great. And when people see me, I feel totally comfortable. I'm totally peaceful. I love the skin I'm in. You train yourself to be comfortable with the reality of that success rather than trying to deny it. If you ignore these things, then you will avoid them forever. If you look at them and you don't retrain your mind, you'll be even more terrified and you'll definitely stay away. So you want to look at them. You want to understand that you've been misperceiving those things and you've been making yourself more fearful by the story that you've told yourself. If you think that more responsibility is negative, of course you're going to avoid it. If you think being vulnerable is dangerous, of course you're going to avoid it. So for example, you would say, more responsibility is exciting. I love to expand. I want that. I feel great when I take on new responsibilities. I expand in who I am in every way, personally and professionally. It feels awesome. I'm so successful. I have people around helping me. I'm able to utilize support and resources around me to upskill myself all the time. Or when you're talking about being vulnerable and being seen by people and being out there, rather than having this mindset that that's threatening and it might be dangerous and you could be judged, you really want to encourage yourself into a mindset and an energy state that says being seen by people is totally cool. I'm really comfortable with who I am. I don't mind if people see the vulnerable real me because I like who I am. I accept who I am. I enjoy it. When people see me, I celebrate myself. I feel confident. I feel comfortable. I feel calm. I feel at peace. So you see, it's really about identifying what's going on in your mind that's causing you to fear your success, understanding that while there might be some factual truth to the fact that you might have more pressure, more responsibilities, more expectations, you can change your perception of those things. Rather than having a negative neuro association, which is simply to say your mind has got a negative connotation about that thing, just flip it and train your mind to have a positive neuro association with those things. And how do you do that? You repeat it to yourself, you say it to yourself, you think about it, you feel it, you visualize it, you write it down every everywhere so you see it every day. You ingrain it consistently and repetitively with confidence and conviction. And the more you do this, the more your mind will come on board, the more comfortable and at ease you will feel with your version of success, rather than having this subconscious thing going on, which is sabotaging you anytime you get near your level of success that you really want. So I know seeing these things has made a massive difference for me in my life. It was very well hidden and subtle going on, and I didn't realize it until I really looked at it. So I just want to take this opportunity today to say, look at it. Take this time for yourself. Don't wait for years and years and years or decades to pass by in your life and for you to then say, why am I not at the success that I want? How come that didn't happen? Start now and actually use this like a project and say, I want that success, and I'm going to make it my mission to find any block that might be standing in my way. And those blocks, the primary ones that will stop you, are not outside of you. The obstacles are not in life, they're in you. Okay, so take the time, look at your own mindset and say, what are the possible negative consequences that I believe could happen if I was successful, and let me train myself out of those negative beliefs. Now, if you need any help with that, you can absolutely reach out to me. You can join me for one of our upcoming Master Your Mind programs where we totally nail dealing with all your negative beliefs and reprogramming your mind, or you can join me for a one-on-one transformational life coaching session, and I can help to show you your exact beliefs that are holding you back and the exact process that you need to follow step by step to rewire your mind. If this video has been helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to leave a comment below and let me know where you're at, what's going on in your life, and ask any questions if you've got them. And I'm looking forward to sharing more daily inspiration again with you really soon.